What's up, my dudes? It's Kamakazi. I'm going to be talking about today the rebalance that Warbots is doing for some reason on the test server. I'm not excited about it. I don't think that it hit on any of the points that really needed to be rebalanced, and it just completely changed the game. So, let's get right into it. So, the main kind of robot that got a huge nerf for no apparent reason is the Mercury. It lost 10,000 damage off of its ability. So, that's pretty huge. 10,000 damage. And then, ability cooldown was increased by 4 seconds. And then the stealth duration was turned down to 4. I think that, maybe I could see the stealth duration go down, or the ability cooldown go down. One or the other. So Manny made a point that was pretty interesting. I think that he said that he thinks that the ability cooldown should go from 15 seconds to 19. And he didn't really think that any of the other stuff really needed to happen. I actually agree with him on that one. Yeah, it just doesn't need that extra stuff all around it. Just add an extra 4 seconds. There was a hellburner nerf. What the heck? So, I've been complaining a lot about, the recent updates. And you may be thinking, I'm just going on these complete rants and stuff. And although I am, these are my opinions. And these are very true, guys. Our hangers go to crap every single update because of new robots, or almost every single update, because new robots or a rebalance, and they just go way too extreme. Way too extreme. Like on the Mercury, that extra 4 seconds would have been perfection, but instead, they decided to do all this other crap, and now the Mercury is going to be completely out of the meta. So, that's the same with the hellburner. The hellburner got a nerf before, and now it's completely out of the meta. Now I can't. The Strider is definitely up there. It's just better than the hellburner now. So therefore, the Strider is going to be the meta, not the hellburner. So although the hellburner definitely can get damage and stuff like that, it's nothing like the Strider. So why are they doing such extreme nerfs? And then here they are nerfing it again. The hellburner nerf. It was a small nerf. I gotta say that, of like just 10% off of its ability damage, 10% off of its self-destruction damage. That's basically it. But it's small, but it was not needed. In fact, I think the hellburner needed a little bit of a boost. So, why are they doing this? Now, here was one thing that I think this was possibly one of the most interesting ones. The Invader lost 20,000 health, and its speed went up 4 kilometers. Its ability cooldown went up 3 seconds. I find this interesting. I think it will actually work out, and it will still be in the meta. So I was happy about that, but that's one of the very few things I'm happy about in this update. They keep on rebalancing things. Now my hanger is going to go to crap on this, and I'm going to have to rebuild an entire hanger. Because there are Tridents that got a nerf, Mercury that got a nerf, Avenger that got a nerf, Hellburner that got a nerf. Like, people with these bots, and I have those bots and weapons, are getting screwed over, and now they're going to have to go and get new weapons. And I think Pixonic's mindset is honestly, well, we're just going to nerf their crap, and then they have to pay for an Ares or something like that. We all know it, okay? Because why would they not nerf the Ares? Everyone knows it's OP. If you have an Ares, it's like an instant triple kill. So, remember that skirmish with the Adrian skirmish, which was always hanger? The Ares was obviously the most overpowered bot in there, and they were all MK2, so you can't say that, one was the level than the other. And the Ares was always getting that triple kill. It could freaking destroy an Invader. Like, it could make the Invader go all the way down to its last stand on full health. And I'm not joking. That's how powerful it is. And they have not nerfed it at all. I'm so confused. Raker got a buff, and this I was happy about. So, the ability damage went from 2,562 to now 15,000. Which is exciting. I think the Raker's suppression should do some damage. So I was happy about that. And I think that's a perfect buff, honestly. And then the ability shooting mechanic has been changed. So I don't exactly know what that means. I guess it's going to look different. But yeah, I don't really know what that means. We'll have to see what it looks like. The Blitz got a buff. So it got 15,000 extra health on it. Okay. And then the ability damage got increased a little bit, but again, the ability damage does like hardly anything, and it's just like 50%. It went from 610 damage to 1,150, so that does like no damage at all, so it's so minuscule, it doesn't even matter. So that's not really, it doesn't do very much. The Aegis durability got increased to 65,000, a 15,000 increase over the 50k Aegis durability, and its speed speed was always the major issue with this robot. It was so slow all the time that even when you went into the ability, it was still super freaking slow. You know, it was really, really slow. So, I was happy about this. We'll have to see. I don't know. It may be a little bit too overpowered. But again, if it's too overpowered and they release it, we're going to have to get a bunch of new blitzes. And then we all know that they're going to nerf it a couple months later and we're going to have to get a new thing. It's this endless cycle that I am tired of. Them releasing new robots, them releasing new rebalances, and then suddenly our entire hangers go away. Why don't we get it right the first time, Pixonic, and then leave it at that? The Ares should not need a nerf. Why? The Ares should be balanced at the beginning. Is that too hard to ask? That they should not make a mistake and put in a robot that's so overpowered that completely destroys the game? Have you seen the Spectre before? Destroyed everything. And now, bam, people made 5 hangers out of it. You know, there's some players that had 5 hangers that were full of these Spectres. Some even had a hanger that had all 5 Spectres in it, nothing else. And then they decide to nerf it, and suddenly that hanger no longer works. They have to get all new robots, all new weapons. I feel bad for them. And now that's probably going to happen to me. Because I'm going to have to get a new weapon to replace my Avenger or my Trident. I don't know. Get it right the first time, guys. I don't understand why they keep on changing their mind and crap. And then, you know, nerfs and buffs. And by the end of this, I'm going to have every single weapon in order to be able to change the meta. And then some, because they keep on releasing new content that is more OP. They keep on releasing robots like the Loki, like the Ares, like the Spectre, that are going to be overpowered. Okay, so next we have the Hades buff. The ability damage now is 2,000 more. It went from 15,500 to 17,500. Okay. I mean, that's not really a big deal. I think that its ability could use a little bit of a boost. Yeah, I mean, the Hades is a powerful robot. You know, I don't know why it really needed this, but it's very minuscule. I don't think it's a big deal. It's nothing to fuss over. The Hades buff. There are a lot of things in this rebalance, though, that I'm going to fuss about. And then it better aim and faster rounds. So basically, it's going to shoot faster and have better aim, I guess. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I kind of thought that the shot went super quick, but evidently no. They wanted to speed it up. That's fine. I mean, it's not a big deal. A Nemesis buff, 10,000. Yes, I do think that the Nemesis did need a buff. So the durability went from 170 to 180k. So it went up 10,000. That's not really very much again. But better damage to bonus ratio. So that's like the shield when you hit the shield. But again, the shield's kind of time frame is just a few seconds. So the firing that you do get off, you know, you're not going to get very much firing off on that shield, I think. So that doesn't really matter. But, you know, durability increase is pretty good. And, you know, a better damage ratio or whatever that is. It's pretty great. Strider buff. What? Hold up. Why do we need a Strider buff? You know, we heard about how the hellburner is overpowered and they're nerfing the hellburner and they're buffing the Strider. Explain that to me. The Strider is obviously better. It goes faster. It gets to the beacons much quicker now because the hellburner got a huge nerf. And now the hellburner is getting another nerf and the Strider for some reason gets faster. That doesn't make sense. Why are you going to buff something that's already more powerful than another and nerf the thing that's less powerful? That doesn't make sense. It's just going to disrupt the balance. Oh, Weyland buff. Oh. Exciting. I always love the Weyland just for its team play and stuff, and I think that the Mender always kind of overpowered the Weyland. And I hope that the Weyland, you know, gets better. Faster mode change. Oh, okay, from like going down and up and down and up. Okay, I get that. So be able to move. Repair radius 100 meters. Okay, yeah. I always think, you know, that the radius of that robot is just not long enough to kind of get in there. And, you know, a lot of times the radius of the healing just doesn't get used because players don't want to get inside of it and it's just too small, you know? Repair power increased by 100. It went from 450 to 1450 to 1550. Alright. Not a big deal. Very small, but definitely will help. And then durability went up 15,000 from 235 to 250. Okay, yeah, I think that's actually a very balanced Weyland buff. It will make it very usable in the Champion League. Hopefully. And then we have a Mender Buff. What? A Mender Buff. 4th repairing pulse. Okay, so it's a 4th one. But they boosted its repair power. Or no, they nerfed the repair power by like 5,000. No, 4,000. But they gave 1 extra pulse. So I think that does like a little bit extra damage. Like a couple thousand. But that's not really that huge of a buff. It changes very, very little. Raging Buff. Ooh. Shield durability went from 150 to 170k. You know, again, I think that the Raging kind of got screwed over because the Invader just kind of came in and was like, move out of the way. I'm going to be the most health bot, but I'm happy to see its durability for its shield getting better. Leo, 226k to 244k. Alright, cool. I always love seeing some of the older meta robots getting better. That's pretty great. Galahad buff, again, another good buff. Shield got 140k. Good, that shield was never powerful enough, you know. You could easily get that. If I had an Avenger, I could kill that shield in a couple of seconds. The Wasp got yet another buff. It got a small buff, like 10% in the rebalance. But again, why do they take 2 and 3 rebalances to get it right? Pixonic, you guys are millionaires. You guys are the freaking richest guys ever because you're screwing us out of all of the money. Why can't you afford people, developers that are actually going to understand how to rebalance stuff? Why are you guys not getting it right the first time? Yet you have to rely on a rebalance, and then a third rebalance. Well, no, a second rebalance after that. It's insane. We've had like 3 grand rebalances in the past couple months. One to get the Spectre and Orkin and Shock Train out, and then the next one was very small, and then this one again. This is going to be another game changer. Oh my god. And when they do it to an extreme amount. Not only do they get it wrong, but they nerf things so much that they go instantly out of the meta. Like the Spectre. The Spectre was so powerful, and then they nerfed it so much, and then they released anti-stealth, and now the Spectre's gone, guys. You still see it, but it's definitely very squishy, and I can destroy it easily, and it's not meta level whatsoever. The Shock Train. Shock Trains are actually still meta level-ish. And then the Orkin just got freaking destroyed. Now they're bullying the Orkin, because guess what? In this update, they're nerfing the Orkin again. Now this is all on the test server, so this is not set in stone, but as we've seen before with past rebalances, it, for the most part, is. You know, when we saw the first Grand Rebalance come out, that was on the test server for 2 days. They did nothing with it. Well, they did a little bit. They did a couple of changes, and then boom, it just came out like on Monday, right after the test server. We saw, you know, the 4.8 update come out, and boom, that was gone. Like it wasn't even on the test server. So they obviously don't really pay attention on the test server. They don't really listen to our opinion way too much on the test server. I don't know. I feel like at this point, the test server is just a publicity stunt. Just to, you know, say, oh, here's the new weapons, make some videos about it, and then we're going to release it on the live server. Kind of get a little bit of hype about it. But in reality, it's just making people angry. Alright, so let's look at the Wasp buff. And this is its second buff. Fire rate 1 shot per second to 1 shot per 0.85 seconds. Alright, so it's going to shoot faster. Alright, that's pretty cool. Damage went up 300 from 3,650 to 3,950. Okay, yeah, definitely a little small boost. And then corrosion went up 100 hit points. So it went up 25%. It went from 400 to 500. I like that. I actually like that, Wasp. We'll have to see, though. I don't want it to be too OP. We'll just have to see. Shock Train. The charges went from 7 to 6. And Shock Train got a buff? Yeah. Shock Train got a buff, guys. Oh my god, why? Why does the Shock Train need a buff, guys? We all hate it. I've actually been on the Asian server, and I think a lot of my clan members can agree. The Shock Train on the Asian server, it's like at least 2 players always have them in a battle, and it's so annoying, because you're just getting chained all the time. I don't think the Shock Train really needed to be changed, honestly. But, of course, they have to change it. Pulsar rate went, again, just get it right, Pixonic, get it right. Fire rate from 1 shot per 0.27 seconds to 1 shot per 0.2 seconds. So it would be shooting 5 times per second, and its damage got boosted 200 points. Okay, you know, I always kind of felt the Pulsar was very powerful, and although I think it could use like a little bit of a nerf, I don't know. It just seems to me that their fire rate is a little bit much at this point, you know, and the damage, I don't know, we'll have to see, guys, because that's a pretty big buff, I gotta say. So we'll have to see, you know, if it's overpowered and what it'll do. Shredder, yet another boost. Get it right. We're seeing weapons that before in the rebalance that we got over the Chinese New Year update, and now they're buffing them again. Or nerfing them, and it's so annoying. Like, get it right, get it right, get it right. Shredder, its lockdown chance went from 26% to 34%. Okay, yeah, I don't think the Shredder really had as good lockdown chance of the Halo or stuff like that. Ion damage boost went up 1,000. Okay, so the Ion is basically like a Zeus, so I don't know. I felt like the Ion was already powerful enough. I don't think it needed a boost, but we'll see. I mean, it's not a huge nerf. It's like 1,000 extra hit points. It's like under 10% of a boost. So it doesn't, you know, it doesn't scare me that much. Corona fire rate went from 1 shot per .2 to 1 shot per .5. Reload speed went from 1 point... So it'll basically be a Halo. It'll have the exact shooting mechanic of a Halo. Okay. Yeah, well, that's just gonna throw the Storm out, you know? Because now it's going to outperform the Storm greatly. I'm not happy about that. If you're going to boost this weapon, you need to boost the Storm, because the Storm should have more damage per second than the Corona. And right now it doesn't. You know, if they boost it like that, it will not. It will not. Glory, damage boost. What happened to the Thunder? I thought we were going to get, like, a Thunder boost. I wanted to see, like, 20% or something. They boosted it on the, rebalance or whatever by, like, 5%, and that was it. And they boost the Glory. Okay, yeah, I guess so. The Glory could use a little bit of a boost. Let's see here. Ooh, Redeemer. Okay, this is huge. Shots, 12, ammo went from 12 to 18. 3 shots in string instead of 2. Shorter gap between shots, 0.15 seconds. Shorter gap between strings, 1.3. So that's obviously a boost, and then its damage got nerfed by, like, about a little over 2,500, like, almost 3,000. So, yeah, I think the Redeemer needed a boost. I have a Redeemer, and it just didn't fit up. I think the Turan actually kind of outperformed it, which is kind of sad, because it's a medium weapon. So I'm happy to see that boost. It's a little bit complicated, though. I don't know. Trident. Yeah. So this is where all my my entire hanger goes to hell. Trident. Area of effect went from 19 to 12 meters. Damage went from 7,190 to 6,950. You know what? That area of effect is stupid as hell. I think the damage could use a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of a damage reduction would be okay. But the area of effect, no. If they put out that area of effect, the Trident's just gonna be trash. Be horribly trash. And say goodbye to it in the meta, honestly. I have 3 Tridents, and I'm guessing we're just gonna have to switch it out. Oh my god. Avenger, 835. Damage went from 835 to 775. You know, the Avenger was very powerful. Why are they nerfing it yet again? Again, remember that first grand rebalance that we had? They nerfed it, and now they're nerfing it again. And its aim is a bit worse. So as you get further away, it's going to have a wider spread. That's interesting. Yeah, I hate that. I didn't think the Avenger really needed a nerf or anything. I didn't think it needed to be changed. It was overpowered at close range. But you know what? That's what the weapon was for, close range. And now they're nerfing it to make way for the Glory or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going through their heads. Columbus, you know, the Columbus is a silver weapon, but it's made its way into the meta. I think it's sad that they're kind of taking it out. You know, the Spectre wasn't that powerful, and the Columbus was kind of that build that was... The Spectre Columbus was kind of the only build that was left, and now they're taking that out. I think, you know, they're making way for the medium Dragoon. Sorry to say it, but it's true. They're nerfing that to make way for the medium Dragoon. That's sad, Pixonic. That's very sad. So freaking petty. Like, you think that these nerfs are honestly going to make people want to buy stuff? No, they're going to make people want to quit your game. Halo got a nerf. Okay, yeah. I have a Halo. It's very, very powerful. And I think that, yeah, it could use a nerf. It could use a nerf. So, you know, 500 less damage. Yeah, that seems fair. But why'd the Gust get a nerf? The Gust got like a 200 or so, 250 point nerf. It didn't need a nerf. Oh my god. The Gust did not need a nerf. You know what? The Gust is outperformed by the Halo in almost every way. Why does it need another nerf? The Halo is still going to completely outperform it. You know, I have 5 Gusts and I had to switch it out with my Halos because the Halos are just so much more overpowered. And now they are nerfing the Gust yet again. And even though they are nerfing the Halo, you know, the Halo still is going to be so much better than the Gust. Alright, lockdown ammo got to change. Its chance is 100% on first shot. It used to be 50%, now it's going to be 100%. Let's remember these are not set in stone, so they are subject to change. The funny thing is, you know, they never mentioned anything about a Last Stand nerf. They never addressed any of the actual issues in the game. So although I think there were some good in this, you know, there was a lot of bad, and a lot of things that they just left out. The Ares never got a nerf, even though it obviously needs one. And Last Stand needs a nerf, even though, and they never addressed that, ever. They just addressed lockdown ammo, and then they never did anything. Last Stand and Ares are the cash cow, remember that. And Pixonic's mind is basically saying, oh yeah, we're just not going to nerf that because, well, screw all of our players. I'm very unhappy with this update, and I think that although it definitely puts in some good, like I was saying, there's a lot of bad and a lot of things that they just never even mentioned. I'm happy to see lockdown ammo, they'll get a boost. And then, oh, I forgot to mention, Orkin lost 130 damage off of it. It doesn't need a nerf. Orkin was already dead. You guys killed the Orkin. You literally dug its grave and then shoved it in there. You buried it alive, guys. And now you're just gonna nerf it again? What, are you just gonna light the grave on fire now? Put a little bit of gasoline in there and it's just poof. Why? You know, do you guys play the game? Do you guys play the game that you develop? Have you ever played a match in War Robots? Because I'm sorry, I'm not a developer. I don't even have access to your great old test server. I don't have access to rebalance things or anything on your test server. And I know that the majority of these updates are, the majority of these rebalances are just idiotic. The Trident is dumb. The Avenger is dumb. Orkin, dumb. Columbus, dumb. The Gust, dumb. And although I think there is good, I saw the Halo got a nerf and the lockdown the Halo got a nerf and then the lockdown ammo got a nerf. That's good, but there's so much, the majority of it is awful. Let's see here. Redeemer, that was good. Glory, that was good. Corona, I'm not happy about that. Ion, we'll have to see. And let's see here. Shredder, that was good. Pulsar, that was good. Shock Train, no. Wasp, we'll have to see. And then Galahad, yep. Leo, yep. Raiden, yep. Mender, you know, it really didn't change that much. And then Weyland, I like that a lot. Strider, nope. Nemesis, meh. And Hades, meh. Blitz, we'll have to see. Raker, yep, that's good. Hellburner nerf, hell no. Mercury nerf, hell no. Invader nerf, that's okay. So out of all of those, I think that, you know, the amount of things I disliked definitely were more than the amount of things I like. You know, it's sad for a fact that I understand better how to rebalance things than the developers. I'm not even saying, you know, I might know or I might have some good ideas. I'm saying I would be better at rebalancing. I'm saying the majority of the players that play the game regularly in the Champion League would be better at rebalancing. They make decisions that, honestly, if this is in the pursuit of money, then they have a horrible business model, and they need to fix that. Alright guys, this is Kamakazi. Hope you guys had a great day. I hope you guys liked my video. Make sure to smash that like and subscribe. And also, I have a Discord server, link in the description. Make sure to go check it out. And yeah, see you guys. Have a great, awesome day.